Howdy, and welcome to my tutorial on how to customize your score codes on your PowerTeacher Gradebook. So the first thing you want to do is launch your PowerTeacher Gradebook and be sure that you are logged in with the proper credentials. And when you do that, your PowerTeacher Gradebook should pop up with all your classes and with your students. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to the very top and we're going to look for the tab that has the word Preferences in it. Now, if you're using a Mac, like I am, it'll be under this word Gradebook. So if you click on Gradebook, come down here to Preferences, this is what we're looking for. If you're using a Windows operating system, I believe it's under Tools. As you can see, it's not here on mine for Tools. So I'm going to go Gradebook, and I'm going to click on Preferences. Here on Preferences, you will see that there are tabs here, and what we want to do is go to Score Codes. So here in Score Codes, you can customize your own grades. PowerTeachers already has percentages built in, but if you're like me and since we're doing tiered grading, it just makes it a little easier for me to use a similar format when I'm grading assignments. However, you are more than welcome to stick to the traditional form of grading and using percentages and points, and then at the end of the quarter or the end of the semester, you will have to override their grades and put in the tiered grading. But keep in mind, even if you're using this format, you will still have to override your grades at the very end after you review your students' body of evidence and override it with a tiered score. So let's begin. So here under Score Codes in Preferences, I'm going to click on the word Add. Now, the tiered scores are 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0, but we cannot put just a 4, a 3, a 2, or 1, or 0 because that number is already assigned as a percentage. So if you just put a 4, 4 reads as a 4%, or if you're doing points, it's 40%. So in order to separate that or to make it unique, I have to assign a letter to the number. So for this practice purpose, I'm just going to put T and I'll put 4. That'll be my code. So that's my grade. And under description, I'm going to put exceeds expectations. You can name it whatever you want for your description. Under value, I want to make sure that is not exempt, so I'm going to turn that off so that it does count. And unfortunately, with PowerTeacher Gradebook, we do have to assign a percentage. That's why at the very end, you will still have to end up reviewing and overriding their final grade. So for this tutorial, percentage for T4, I'm going to put 100. Then that's all I need to do, and I'm going to click OK. When you do that, if I go down to the very bottom, you'll see right here, T4 exceeds expectations. Click on Add, and I'm going to do this for all of the codes. T3, proficient. Turn this off, exempt. I'm going to assign a percentage, put 90. Now, technically the percentage is arbitrary because you're going to have to override it at the end, but you do need to assign a percentage. I'm going to click, and I should have here T3. Click on Add. The next code is T2, and that's approaching proficiency. I'm going to click out the exempt, put a 70, click OK. I'm going to add T1, needs support, turn off the exempt, give them a 60. Now, I don't typically add the 0 because the 0 means no grade, no evidence, so it speaks for itself. And I'm going to click OK. So here, I've set up these sample assignments. So if I click on that to turn it on, I would create my assignment like any other assignment. Make sure all the proper fields are filled in. Score type, I don't even have to worry about it. You can leave it as a percentage. Don't worry, it'll still work. So I really just make sure that the name is here, my abbreviation, and my category. And then it's already saved. So I'm going to go into my score sheet, which is already up. And here is where I can put in my score. So let's say I've assigned a piece of work for their gradebook, and after I'm done assessing it, this first student has a 4. So I'm going to put T4. You have to put the T, okay? And then this student will get 100. As you can see, it's because the 100 is a three-digit number, it's kind of blocking off, but because of FERPA issues, I don't want to extend it where the name will show. Let's say this next student got a T3, 90%. Now, if you notice, if I forget to put the T and I just put a 4, this student will get a 4%. So it is very, very important that you don't forget to put whatever letter you assigned to in your score code, that you put the correct score. Because if you just start putting like, oh, this student got a 3, and I enter, they're getting a 3%. So make sure that does not happen. You got to make sure that you ensure that you put the letter and the number, whatever letter you assigned. Okay. Now, another wonderful thing is that once you've established your score codes, if you go here where the assignment name is at and you right click it, you can go down to quick fill and it should appear in your quick fill. So here in your quick fill, right, let's say a lot of your students got a 3 on the assignment and only a handful got different scores. So you can quick fill with a 3, and then you can just go in and change the ones that who had received a different score. Well, this student actually got a 2, so I'm gonna put a T2. This student down here in the bottom, this student got a 4, T4, and so forth. Maybe this one got a 1, and this is how you can grade. And of course, at the end, it will give a percentage. So at the very end, you're still gonna have to review the body of evidence and then override the final grade and assign a tiered score. So if you can see here, if I right click under this assignment and I put quick fill, and let's say a lot of them got a 2, put a 2, and as you can see, it averages it out. That's how it works. And then you can go in, change it like I said, or you can just do one at a time, right? Then I can click on save, and these are saved. And this is how you can customize your grade book so that perhaps when you're at the end of the quarter or the semester and you're reviewing a body of evidence that at least has 4, 2, 3s. And if you find that to be a little bit more convenient for you when you override the grade at the end of the quarter. Of course, this is completely optional, and you are more than welcome to stick to the traditional format of just grading with percentages. This is just another option for you if you find this to be more conducive for you and your class. Thank you for listening and watching. I hope this has been helpful.